Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you to all the new people who have found us here on YouTube recently, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get as many of our friends over here from TikTok as possible. I appreciate the support so much. Okay, so let's get into it today. So, back in March, in my newsletter, I talked about how ProPublica released a report in January. And that report was about their investigation into the failure of NAGPRA to bring back the expeditious return of human remains by federally funded universities and museums. So, very specifically, this is Indigenous remains that have been in collections of federally funded colleges or museums, and the failure to return those remains to their homelands, their people, their Indigenous tribes. So that report came out in January, and since then there have been a series of actions taken on both a state and federal level to expedite this process, because it is 30 years late at this point. We are overdue, way overdue. So last month, multiple senators sent a letter to 5 institutions that were identified as having the largest collections of Indigenous remains. And in that letter, sent to the University of California, Berkeley, Harvard University, and Ohio History Connection, the Illinois State Museum, and Indiana University, the senators called the slow pace of repatriation of Native American remains and belongings under the 1990 federal law unacceptable. Fast forward a little bit. Earlier this week, Illinois, with the second largest collection of remains, passed House Bill 3413. The bill will, quote, streamline the process in which Illinois returns Native American remains and materials to their communities. So the rate that we are seeing action taken on this is speeding up, which is really exciting. I also talk about another archivist in Virginia who has been working with local tribes to repatriate items from their collection. Very sweet story. Now, finally, there are plans for a new online tool that have been announced. The plans were announced by the Native American Boarding School Healing Coalition. It is a digital archive that will be designed for Indigenous people to search for relatives that may have attended Indian boarding schools. They aim to launch it this summer, and it will be an ongoing project as they gain access to more archives. To begin, they have digitized over 47,000 pages of federal, tribal, and state records that the National Archives in Seattle had in their facility. The idea is to partner with other organizations in other regions doing similar work. Quote, we see it as a way to reveal the truth about Indian boarding schools and the lasting legacies that these schools have affected, said NAB's director of digital archives. Wow, this is going to make so much important information much more accessible to the people that really need it. And I am really looking forward to this archive becoming available to people, and I hope it helps them on their healing journey. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching the video, and remember to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you next time. Bye!